Abusia for your mama kwaba at the banana TV. So, Yada was a so shed and TV. Nemo, yes, I will say, so we subscribe your channel. You have a subscriber my name. I like a videos to know. We are watch our join or comment section. I say now, about to Emre Etrim. Ya to Abanevi. I can say, you be a transition now. Ya Jan Kunyano Ediama Yenina Yera John Dramani Mahama. Na transition one year. Na asema manfo nsema manfo ebisa ye sisi ya to ba ye NDC awie ni na NPP ebe free power edian na ebeto free SHS nsema manfo ebisa no na anu yie aba free SHS no anu yie aba na edisa wutie bi na free SHS na ekobisa ye nyina ye ex finance minister Yakobisa ne ho nsɛm ɛwɔ TV so na anu yɛ ɔdema ne deɛ ɔdɔfo ɛsɛ ɛdisa wetie bi na ɛnsɛ sɛ ɛbɛka kyerɛ nti yɛ nsɛm wɛ no ɔdɔfo de machi ne yɛnkotie nsɛm a yɛ nyinaa yɛ ex finance minister sɛ tekpɛ ɛka fa free SHS no ho na uwie a ɔstarte a prepare sɛ bia wo ba ɛbɛkɔ free SHS a starte abuabua ho yie e de ato ho na de edu ne de emu eya ya den ama ehiafo ye da wase se wo hwe nananom TV koso ana hwe ye wo enepa de mamo na mum se na bidi nkan kan ye no ye srawo se be koso a subscribe to your channel na like videos no sa we are share no be so enye bi hwe comment chewadwen e free SHS ma be chewadwen our comment section na video yi enko viral na conference enye binshi me da wase na me sure be say
to be able to fund this 9.9 billion already spent.
Let me start quickly with free SHS,
messages
and those in the diaspora. Please, we need to come into this discussion. Those Ghanaians who are in the diaspora.
What do you mean?
Who's money? I'm coming to explain. Joe can tell you, secondary education is free in Europe. Secondary education is free in the US. But they are day schools. They are day schools.
What's your point?
And I'm coming to it. They are day schools. The best governments do is to put those in the US yellow buses, which you have to stop to give priority for the bus to take the kids to school. Right. So how come rich developed countries that started a boarding school system, right? And today if you want to go to a boarding school, college or whatever, it's elite. And you have to pay a lot. And it's only rich people who are able to take and talented students who may get scholarships, right? Who go to those schools. Why don't we follow the examples? What makes us think that we can support free SHS unfettered from fees? The warning came in 2018 or 2019, early in the administration, when we used 2.2 billion of a bond, Ghana cedis, to support free SHS.
But to be fair, Mr. Tekpe, Edel Foriata, then as finance minister, alluded to this fact. He talked about the reality that it was going to be difficult to sustain this trend.
And of course, I tweeted to compliment. I mean, that's a reality. That's what we've been saying. Our option is the e-schools. And when you take as many e-schools, into the communities, train any teachers, if they have to take loan to do it, you remember that policy and all that. That is the way, to bring down the cost. You can't add every single, element,
Mr. Tekpe, that's your plan?
It has always been the plan. There is progressively free.
So practically, how does it work, Mr. Tekpe? What's the JM plan for this?
I've just said it. I'm saying that it's not new. We started building 200 e-schools. But for the fall in crude oil prices, we would have completed about 120. So you're going back to complete there in the bush, some of them. So you're going back to complete it. And the way to reduce and grant access, is to build more e-schools so that they go today. And then you produce more teachers. Right? That is a compliment. Ghana's budget cannot sustain unfettered, I'm not saying free SHS, cannot sustain unfettered free SHS. Unfettered in the sense that government takes on every, and remember, tuition is free across. Tuition is already free. It has always been free from primary to university. Tuition is free. And that already is a heavy cost.
I was so surprised when I heard those comments. In fact, I couldn't believe my eyes, and I said I have to go online to check if there is any formal statement, until I realized that some interviews were granted that did not reflect the meetings that were held last Wednesday. Let me remind you that the terms of reference of the President's Transitions Committee is what is established by Act. Within the Act, it does not go beyond what the Act does not provide. So I believe that the goodwill and the commitment that the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has shown, together with the President-elect John Dramani Mahama, have shown that they want us to work together and come out with a result that is in the interest of this country. That is what the committee is meant to do, within the confines of the Act and nothing more. Let me also remind you that the President of the Republic, beyond commitment to peaceful election, beyond commitment to free and fair election, had directed after the 2020 elections that under his administration, although there was a convention that outgoing ministers and government appointees were at least by convention allowed to purchase their saloon cars that they were using, in 2020, President Akufo-Addo said, not under his watch. No minister should take a car with him or her, no political appointee should take a car with him or her. Subsequent to that, my brother Eugene Ahin issued a statement 2 days ago reminding all political appointees of the President's declaration and commitment that we should not purchase cars. As late as 20th December 2016, the former President and President-elect appointed a Shrad board for us. Because it was a legal appointment, that Shrad board has been in office since 2016 to date. You get the point. They appointed an NCC commissioner for us. And it did not change because we have to, when they raise points that the mandate says 4 years, not 3 years, 10 months, or 3 years, 11 months. And if there is anything untowards, whatever provisions or policy direction that the incoming government has, they have the opportunity and resources to do whatever they deem fit. But I don't understand why after winning an election and seeking a smooth transition, we still want to go ahead and then throw dust and misinform and cause panic, which will lead to people going out there to cause violence and also to hurt people.
So with all said, are you recruiting people?
I am saying that there is no recruitment which is new after we lost the election. The Ghana Police Service, the Ministry of Interior, since August, made an announcement of financial clearance that they've received since January. If you recall, it's got the processes have been to Parliament, all other places, securing financing. They announced publicly of the intention to recruit. The Ghana Police Service brought a schedule of where the recruitments were taking place in every regional capital. The young people of this country went out there to participate in the process. They were shortlisted, they did their medicals. In fact, some of them were already at the training schools. But the police service deemed it fit that you cannot disenfranchise people because they are under training. So these individuals have to be released to go out there to cast their votes and come back to continue the process. And I'm reminding you that at the military training school, when we took office in 2017, there were people who were recruited who were in training as at November 2016. Not a single one of them was removed or changed by this government, because we make it appear as if some of these processes just come out of the blue. It is not every institution who will even have the financial clearance to embark on these recruitments. And I'm saying these are public exercises and publications on your respective